In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix the most annoying problem on MacBook devices, which is getting stuck here on the black screen, which is also known as the dead screen. So if you're stuck here on this screen, which is really annoying, you're actually unable to use your MacBook, you're trying to turn it on and it's not turning on, you need to follow the steps that I'll be showing to you today in order to get your MacBook up and running again. Hey, my name is Shaq, and in this channel I help you fixing tech related issues. So if you're into tech content, consider subscribing to the channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to fix this annoying problem, which can be caused by many reasons. We're going to be diagnosing it step by step to know which cause is actually causing your MacBook to act this way. This might be a software issue, it might be a hardware issue as well. Do not worry, we're going to be diagnosing it today and we're going to fix the problem that you've got. Let's jump straight into the tutorial. So here we are giving a look at my MacBook Air 2014, but do not worry because this tutorial works on any MacBook model, and even if you've got a much newer MacBook device, do not worry because the tutorial is going to help you as well. So the black and the dead screen is in fact something that we should be worried about, but I'll do my best in this video to show you if you can actually fix your problem or not. Okay, so the very first thing we need to double check before proceeding into the process of diagnose, we need to double check our charger. Okay, so we're gonna connect our charger. If you have an older MacBook version, as soon as you connect your charger into your MacBook, it should light up in here a green and then an orange light which says that it's actually charging. Okay, if it doesn't light up, make sure you change your charger first. Try connecting a different charger into your computer, or try connecting your charger into someone else's computer to see if it's gonna work or not. Once we're sure that our charger is working fine, we're moving into the next step. So on the second step, what we're gonna be doing in here is something very simple. We're gonna be cleaning here the charging port. Okay, so the charging port is normally something that also creates such problems because in here we've got magnets that attract components made of iron. Okay, so it might be the case that you might be having here a few components that might be creating some miscommunication in here. So what you're gonna be doing in here is pretty simple. You're gonna need a toothbrush in here and make sure that it's a hard one and not a very soft toothbrush. Once you have the toothbrush, which is a brand new clean toothbrush, you're gonna simply brush in here the charging port, okay, like this. Just do this for a couple of seconds, let's say 10 to 20 seconds, to see if this cleans your charging port. So once you're done doing that, you're gonna try once again connecting your charger into your MacBook to see if it turns on or not. Now, if it still doesn't turn on, do not worry, we still have a couple steps in here to see if the problem can be fixed or not. Now, the next thing we're gonna do in here is make sure that our computer is turned off, obviously because it's not working. We're gonna perform the SMC reset in here. You're gonna hold the shift button right here, you're gonna hold the option button, and then you're gonna be holding the control button right here. You're gonna be holding these three buttons along with the power button. So you're gonna press all these buttons for 10 seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 9, 10. You're gonna release all the buttons and then immediately press again the power button once. Press it twice if it doesn't turn on, press it 3 times if it doesn't turn on, and then go for the last time if it doesn't turn on, and then your MacBook should turn on. Now, if this doesn't fix the problem that you've got, if it doesn't turn on, do not worry because we're moving into the next step. Now, double check if your MacBook is not making any sound, because when we turn on our MacBook, we normally have a typical sound that comes with the Apple logo, which is something like a dum. Okay, so you want to search for that sound. If you actually hear that sound but you do not see anything here on the screen, that might be the case that your MacBook is turning on but your screen display might be damaged. So in that case, what you're gonna do is connect your computer image into an external monitor or TV screen. Okay, so in order to do that, you're gonna need an HDMI cable to connect into your HDMI port, which is something that looks like this, which is the image connect cable that you connect into your device and then you connect it into the monitor. In my case, since my MacBook is a MacBook Air, I don't have the HDMI direct port in here, but I've got this adapter right here that actually converts my signal and gives me HDMI right here. So what I'm gonna do in here, since my MacBook is very small, Apple designed it that way, I'm gonna use this adapter to connect it here, okay, into my computer, and then I'm gonna connect here the other end, specifically the HDMI port, into my external monitor by connecting this HDMI cable here, and then I'm gonna connect this cable into my external monitor right here. Okay, so this is my monitor. I'm gonna connect it over there, and then I'm gonna try the exact same step that I've just did right now, which is holding the shift button, the option button, the control button, and the power button to reset the SMC here in my computer. So if you do not see any screen or any image on your monitor, which is the external monitor, then do not worry, we're moving into the next step. Now, the last step is a little bit tricky, but it actually helps people fixing this problem right here. So on this last step, you're gonna need a screwdriver, which is a P5 pentalobe screwdriver. If you wish to buy it, you can buy it from the link in the description box below on Amazon, so you can actually get the proper screwdriver because we need to open up our MacBook. And do not worry, this is a very cheap screwdriver. So we're gonna close our MacBook, we're gonna flip it back. Okay, let's quickly flip our MacBook right here. Here we go. And do not worry because all the MacBooks have the same pentalobe P5 screwdriver. So we're gonna unscrew all the screws in here from our computer. Let's quickly do that. Here we go. Easily, I'm gonna keep the screws here aside. Now, be very careful because these are tiny screws in here, so you wanna make sure you do not lose them out, okay? Gonna keep them aside. Here we go. Now here at last, these top two screws in here are a bit longer than the other ones. So make sure you do not miss them when re-screwing them back into your MacBook, okay? So make sure you keep aside these two top screws here at the side, separated from the other ones so you do not confuse yourself while closing your back panel. So here we go. All the screws are now out. And the next thing we're gonna do is gently pull up our back panel from top, okay? You wanna be very gentle because in some cases, we've got in here a few cables attached to the back panel which connect into your MacBook. So that's not my case in here, it's not my MacBook model, but in a few ones you have, so you need to be very gentle so you can easily disconnect the cables that might be here before ripping them off, okay? Now the next thing that we're gonna do in here is very simple. All we need to do is disconnect our battery from our motherboard. So our motherboard is basically this, and this is our entire battery connector. In your model, it should be here as well. It's always located here at the bottom. So here is basically the connector, and in order to disconnect this connector, it's very easy. Okay, what we're gonna be doing here is basically disconnect it from the computer, and then we're gonna turn on our computer with the battery disconnected from the motherboard, because there might be the case where your battery might be causing few issues here in the computer, and the computer automatically doesn't turn on when there's a power problem. Okay, so in order to disconnect the battery, you just need to lift it up the connector and we're good to go. Now, depending in your location, you might be having the battery connected here or here at the right, depending on your MacBook model, but in most cases it's here on the left side. In a few computers, you might need to slide the connector down instead of lifting it up. If you have any question or doubt on how to disconnect it from your computer, please leave a comment down below and I'll be more happy to guide you, or send me a DM message on Instagram. The next thing we're going to be doing in here is immediately close the panel while we have the battery disconnected, and do not reattach the screws. What we're going to be doing in here is basically flip our MacBook and then open our MacBook, connect the charger, which is the most important part, and try resetting the SMC while the battery is disconnected, maintaining our only power source, the charger right here. So we're gonna hold Shift, the option button, the control button, as well as the power button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10. We're gonna immediately release and then tap again here on the power button, and then your MacBook should turn on. Now, if it doesn't turn on, you might be having a hardware issue, which is a little bit more serious, and I would recommend you guys into going to the service center. Okay, now if it turns on, the very first thing you're gonna do is log in into your user right here, and then use the computer for 5 to 10 minutes. And then once you're done, you're gonna shut down your MacBook, you're gonna close your MacBook, and then you're going to disconnect the charger from your MacBook. We're going to flip back our MacBook, and then we're going to reconnect here the battery connector. Okay, so we're going to reconnect the battery here into our MacBook easily, and then we're going to close our back panel, and then we're gonna screw back all the screws in here and then restart our computer. This might help fixing the problem that you've got, because in some cases the computer goes into a deep sleep and it requires us to reconnect the battery in order to restart. Now, if this didn't help, please, I would recommend you guys to meet a service center where you could actually get a much deeper diagnosis of your MacBook device. So this was it for today, guys. Thank you so much for making it till the end of the video. And if this video really helped you, do not forget to leave a comment down below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel, as it helps me in getting recommended here on YouTube so that I can actually help more people facing the same problem as yours. Thanks for watching Fixed by Shaq, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.